Hello YouTube, Fuzz here, and this is it. Welcome back to Final Fantasy IX, the episode where we're going to get Excalibur II. So, perhaps the main purpose of this entire playthrough has been to get this weapon. Although not the only purpose, of course. We've been able to collect everything else along the way. Also, so that we can have a perfect save file. It's been quite a journey, I'll say that. It's had its ups, it's had its downs. But it's all about to come to its first conclusion, at least, with the looting of the sword, but there's still quite a bit more for us to do after that. But it kind of feels like a big milestone, like we've accomplished something. But anyway, there's still one thing that stands in our way before that happens, and that's the boss known as Lich. And despite the fact that Thomas's guide says it's a bit of a disappointing battle to an epic challenge, I had a lot of trouble with this guy, a lot of trouble. I must have done it about 30 times. And then in the end I decided to use the toggles on the PS4. But even then, I've had about 10 to 15 attempts on him. And I'm just getting absolutely obliterated with his AoE attacks. What I've decided to do now is use Freya to jump. And the reason for that is that with the toggles on, Freya stays in the air and can actually avoid all damage. But even so, we still have to be able to steal the Genji gloves with Zidane. So it is a complete and utter nightmare. I'm going to show you on this attempt. This is actually a failed attempt you're seeing here. And this is pretty much what was happening to me. You know, time after time after time. And this is, as you can see, with the toggles. I just had so much bad luck with this boss. It got really frustrating in the end. One thing that we have to do, you see, is steal the Genji gloves. They are a missable item, and we do have to get them from this guy's loot table. Now, it doesn't matter if we steal the other items that he has, but we must get those Genji gloves. So, well, look at that. I happen to be lucky on the steal. And hopefully Freya will be able to jump. Of course not. So, this would have been a good attempt, actually. Because we stole the Genji gloves, it doesn't matter too much that Zidane is going to die here. Because if we'd have got Freya in the air, Freya would have stayed in the air and literally killed the boss for us. What I have done, which Thomas's guide doesn't say to do, but it's just, I couldn't bear it any longer. Look, we've got an earthquake here. Was change Zidane's ribbon out for the rebirth ring and put auto life on him for a chance of surviving the AoE attacks. But this Lich guy is not having it. He's like, no, I am going to kill you. And that just happened over and over and over. But hopefully, I'm going to skip now to my successful attempts, which I do eventually get. I don't know why I struggled so much on this encounter, or why I had so much bad luck with getting the AoE attacks just constantly off him. Because I don't see any evidence from looking around the internet that he's any more likely to cast those than his single target attacks. But he was literally slaughtering me with them. But anyway, this is going to be the successful attempt here. And we need to steal those Genji gloves as quickly as possible. And if I can get Freya into the air. See, no matter as well, even with the toggles on, there we've got the Genji gloves, brilliant. He always seems to get an attack in before Freya goes off. And this was one of the first occasions where his attack wasn't an AoE attack, so I did manage to get her in the air. And I managed to get the Genji glove stolen quickly. So even though Zidane is now pretty much out of the battle, I've done everything I need to do, and it is now a successful attempt because Freya will not come down. She'll just keep plowing him for max damage and staying up there. Yeah, that's one of the other attacks that can affect Freya because she's level 45, and that happened a few times to me. So now I'm just going to keep using attack on these other characters, and that's it, we've got him. You know, when it's a successful attempt, it looks so easy. It really does, but honestly, I had so much trouble with that. Right, warning. The Excalibur II is over here. Fantastic. Do not go through that doorway, and I'll explain why in a moment, but this is the text we get from Enkidu. So he saw two swords here. He saw the lame one, something 2, and instead got Excalibur. Well, that leaves the good one for us. And remember, you can only loot that, of course, if you do so before 12 hours hits on the game timer. Right, do not go through that door. There's a save point here, because you will not be able to complete the Nero family side quest if you do. There's a trigger point for defeating the Lich. There's exactly 4 trigger points left, and we need 4. And the other trigger point, the next one, is once you've gone through that door. But we've got Excalibur II. Very, very exciting. So it's a little bit of a weaker weapon than we would have liked, but still very, very powerful. perhaps not as powerful as you'd expect for the effort that's involved in it. But we've got it, and that's the main thing. By the way, I did walk through that door by mistake on one attempt, which is why you didn't see the trophy pop up after I looted it. But you will get the trophy for looting Excalibur II. It's a gold trophy, so congratulations on getting that. And we are going to have to type some loose ends for the next episode. But thanks ever so much for everyone that's stuck with me as we've gone through the walkthrough up until this point. And I'll see you next time for more Final Fantasy IX. Goodbye, take care, and thanks again.